Hi everyone, back to the more YouTube channel. It's Chris back, one of the rant stroke thought of the day. 1,000,000% a rant, this one. It's been a while since I've done this about the Premier League, but my God, we'll talk about them being crooked, we'll talk about them being bent and favouring certain clubs, but what I have heard today will blow your fucking mind. You and every single other fan of a Premier League club that there is. This is mental. You've seen it doing the rounds already on the social media. Some platforms you may believe in due to the owners being completely nuts. We have done it as well, but I did see it on this platform, so I'm going to talk about it. It was an interview on Talksport done by Stephen Boris and talking to Jim White on Talksport. Jim White, and he said, honestly, even repeating it just boils my blood. So strap yourself in and get ready for this. If your kids are in the room, take them away somewhere, put Peppa Pig on or Hey Dougie or some shit like that, because I'm about to swear a streak. So Manchester United, get this, they posted their financial results quarterly on the stock exchange over in America, and it's abundantly clear and isn't just an opinion, as Stephen Borison says, this is fact, that Manchester United would have failed FFP and PSR in terms of the 3-year loss figure had it not have been for special dispensations from the Premier League, and they are as follows. This first one, buckle in, this is like a fucking roller coaster. So Manchester United were given £40 million for COVID, and every other club was given 1 million. How is that? How the fuck is that? I don't understand. The Premier League, someone needs to come out, Richard Masters, and one of your bastards has to come out and explain to the rest of the Premier League how in the fuck Manchester United have been given £39 million more than everybody else. That does not make sense. You've got Everton getting done and fined. You've got Forest getting done and fined. You've got Newcastle scrambling around on the last day of the PSR deadline to sell whichever player they think they can to make up a £30 million deficit, despite the fact their owners are fucking the richest people on the planet. Make Scrooge McDuck look like a pauper, these fuckers. And you know, Manchester United are given 39 million quid more than anybody else in COVID. That to me makes no sense. That's rank favoritism. That's corrupt. That's against the regulations. And somebody in the Premier League needs to answer that question. Point number one. And it gets worse. Point number two. Manchester United were also given special allowances for the sale and the share transfer price of 35 million quid when the Glazers sold those shares to Sir Jim Twatcliffe. The Glazers should have paid that themselves, and let's face it, these creepy bastards aren't short of a quid or two themselves. So again, how, Premier League, have you allowed that to happen? That's two horrendous, discriminative, rank corrupt moves that you've allowed Manchester United to wriggle away from the binds of financial fair play in PSR that every other Premier League club is choking to death on. And you've allowed this club to get away with it, to not be caught, to not be done. And they're going out and they're still spending 50 million quid on players. They're talking about buying Ugarte. They're going after De Ligt. Frankie de Jong will probably be on the radar. And these motherfuckers should be fined. They should be done. They should be docked points, just like Everton were, just like Forest were, just like you were going to do in Newcastle if we hadn't sold two talented youngsters in the shape of Yankuba Minter and Elliot Anderson. This is absolutely horrific. This should not go under the radar whatsoever. I hope every single sporting outlet grabs a hold of this and talks about this loud and proud, because Manchester United should not be allowed to have specialist treatment by the Premier League and allowed to have a special set of rules just for them while every other club is suffering. This is absolutely horrendous. And I know Sky Sports and TNT and everyone else hangs out the arse of Manchester United because they think there's some kind of special fucking, eternal godlike club that isn't allowed to be criticised or pulled in line with everybody else. But this is absolutely wrong, and this needs to be explained by the Premier League 100%, or people need to go to the courts with it. The Premier League and all their lawyers need to go to the courts with it, because the fact this is out in the open now, it's out in the media, the Manchester United and the Premier League both have to explain how in the fuck this has been allowed to happen. If I was Newcastle United right now, I'd have my lawyers contacting the Premier League, asking about this and asking how this has been allowed to happen. Every other Premier League team that's been done and docked points and fined, like Everton and Forest, I'd be getting my lawyers on the Premier League saying you can reverse that now, you can give us that fine back, you can give us those points back, because this just shows you that Manchester United have had specialist treatment by the Premier League, and it's fucking wrong. So Jim Twatcliffe as well, he can't keep his gob shut. He even turned around and said, there's, historically there was a special agreement for the top six in the Premier League. He pretty much outed the Premier League for playing favourites with a certain select number of clubs. But this is rank by the Premier League and Manchester United. It really, really is. Why the fuck should they be allowed to have specialist treatment? Yes, they're a huge club. Yes, they've won loads of trophies, but fuck me, sideways. When the league are making special dispensations for you to do whatever the fuck you want, and everybody else has got handcuffs on and they're swimming with concrete boots on, trying to breathe, then I'm not surprised you're winning leagues. And you're not even winning leagues now. Manchester City are winning leagues. Liverpool are winning leagues. You're miles away from it, even though the Premier League are stacking the deck in your favour. It's rank, and I'm absolutely disgusted by the Premier League, and somebody in the Premier League needs to come out and explain exactly what the fuck this is all about. And if it is true, then I think all bets are off at PSR and FFP, because if Manchester United are allowed to have special dispensations that aren't explained in a appropriate or sufficient way, then the rest of the Premier League should say, do you know what, stick your FFP and your PSR up your arse and we'll buy whoever the fuck we want to buy. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below about this. I'm absolutely disgusted by it. I can't believe that what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing there. I mean, even Jim White was completely bamboozled by it. I hope every single sporting outlet runs this story, and the Premier League have got some explaining to do. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think. This is the kind of thing you like. Smash subscribe. Come and help get us to 9k. That's our next big milestone. Like the video. Help the channel grow. We'll be back with some more content soon. We'll catch you later. Cheers.
Newcastle United